I'm wondering if I brought my tape. Tape. Probably not. What should I talk about today? We have a Virgo lunar eclipse happening. I guess I can talk about that Virgo lunar eclipse happening in... No, I just said that Virgo lunar eclipse. I feel like I can feel this lunar eclipse way more though than like the past Virgo lunar eclipse. I should probably look up where exactly the lunar eclipse is hitting in my natal chart, because I don't know, maybe it's like closer to my sun or something, or like my Mercury in Virgo. Like I'm really feeling it. Kind of hate it. Yeah. It's also just the moon though too. I hate when the moon's waxing. I can't stand it. It's literally the worst thing ever. Waxing gibbous moon. I don't like it. I'm gonna put this on like this towel here so that I don't get it anywhere. I feel like I probably should have uploaded some videos before this, so then I would actually like get people on this live, but whatever. Guess it doesn't matter. People are probably at work. I think this lunar eclipse might be happening kind of close to my sun sign. I think it's at 9 degrees of Virgo. Maybe I'm getting it confused with something else, but I think that's roughly where it is. And I think that's around the same degree as my sun. So, hello, Pickles. Hello. It's good to see you, Pickles. Corbin Conrad. That's a cool sounding name. I like that. Corbin Conrad. I haven't been on in a while though, so sorry about that. I'm also on at a weird time. I feel like I'm usually on way later than this. Like I'm usually on here late at night or like later. But I guess it just depends on what time zone you're in, so yeah. I was just talking about the lunar eclipse that we're having on, when is it? Thursday or something? Yeah, a lunar eclipse. And I think it's actually going to be visible in the northern hemisphere. Like I'm pretty sure this lunar eclipse is going to be fully visible for us, which is exciting. So basically, yeah. But a lunar eclipse is, I don't know, lunar eclipses are kind of weird. I feel like they don't get talked about as much as solar eclipses, because solar eclipses just like are kind of crazy. Hello from Germany. Wow, what time is it in Germany? You're an alien? Like a what? Like one of those star seeds? Oh my god, Corbin knows how to speak German. That's so cool. I don't. Wish I did. Wish I could speak a second language, but I can't. Oh. That's like pretty late though. Not super late, but can I make cat noises? Why would I make cat noises? I feel like it like depends. I have this one cat. Like, what do you mean? Like cat noises? I feel like cats like just like a meow, meow. Or do you want like do you want like a cat? I have this, my neighbor's cat. He sounds like he's like smoked like a whole pack of cigarettes. He sounds like he's more like meow, meow, like it sounds really I don't know. So yeah, I guess I can meow for you. Not a very cute meow, I guess, but yeah. I feel like cats always go crazy when it's a full moon, though. The moon's getting full. Slowly but surely, the moon is getting more full, and I hate it because I can never. I can never. No, I'm not gonna bark. Pickles, you're a menace. Cats are cuter too, you know? Dogs are like a little. Dogs are a little, I don't know. I'm not good at replicating dog sounds. But cats, I think, sound more, I don't know how to describe it. Cats sound like more unique. Like they have like a more, I love how people are just having a conversation in German right now that I can't understand. People just, there's a bunch of people from Germany in my chat. You guys better not be saying anything inappropriate, I swear to God. Wouldn't it be fun? I don't know if you can do this. Wouldn't it be fun if you could like put, what is it? Like put like memes in a chat? Can you do that on here? I know on like Instagram, like on Reels, they introduce like, what is it? It's like a, I don't know, you can just search for like a meme and you can put like memes in like the comments. That would be fun to do on like a live stream. They should get on that. I forgot my eye tape, you guys, so we're gonna try and do an eye look without any eye tape. Should you teach me German? I don't know if, I feel like I have to hear it in order to like pronounce stuff. You can try. You can try teaching me German. I'm not gonna know how to pronounce anything. I'm good at like replicating like sounds, but I can't, like I have to hear it in order to like actually like get what it's supposed to sound like. You know? Bark like a dog, meow like a cat, howl like a wolf. I did meow for you guys. I meowed a little while ago. I was just talking about the different cat meows and how they all sound kind of silly. You want to hear every animal? What even starts with an A? Name an animal that starts with an A. An aardvark. What does that sound like though? Like what does that sound like? I don't know what that sounds like. What does an aardvark sound like? Anteater? An anteater? What does an anteater sound like? Or like bee. What's an animal that starts with B? Like I don't know what an anteater sounds like. I don't think, do anteaters even make sounds? Like maybe not. You know? Do aardvarks make sounds? I don't know. Armadillo? Does an armadillo make a sound? Like, do you see what I'm saying? This is hard. Or like bee. What's an animal that starts with B though? I can't think of any for some reason. A bird? Maybe? Or I don't know. A bee sounds like a bee. Oh yeah, like a bee, like the insect bee. Is that an animal though? That's an insect. Is an insect an animal? I think so. Are they? Don't you guys remember in like high school biology, like the whole like kingdom, phylum, class, order, or whatever? There was like an acronym. It was like really weird. Like it was like King Philip something something something. Do you know what I'm talking about? I did meow. Oh my god, you guys. I swear to God. Ask me something astrology related. The chat's just evolved into like talking about animals and Germans. How are the Germans doing though? How's it in Germany right now? What time of year even is it in Germany? Can I woof? No, I'm not gonna do that. There was this guy though I knew in university who like was really good at like making like puppy sounds, like, and I remember one day and we were like in the dorms and we were in the dorm hallway and he started like barking like a little puppy and some guy was in his dorm room and he heard him like barking like a little puppy and he comes running out like and he's like, oh my god, there's puppies, and like we had to bolt it like and run. It was so funny. Why do you howl at the moon? What? Why do you howl at the moon? I don't know, because you're insane, probably, and you should go to the psych ward. That's why. Why would you ask that, Scrappy? Oh my god. Gross. Not the harassment already. It's barely even been 10 minutes, and you guys are harassing me. At least no one's asking me about where I live. Like that one live, everyone's like, where do you live? It's like, why are you asking me questions a stalker would ask, you know? It's like, I'm scared. I love that you literally deleted that message. That's so funny. Your cat is awake? Is that like not normal or something for your cat to be awake? Guys, what cats are we talking about here? Come on. What's your address? Yeah, just drop the address real quick. I do live somewhere where it's like really nice though. Like it's really pretty here, so it's like I want to brag about it, but I don't want to like give away where I live. If you follow me on Instagram, you could probably figure it out though. Maybe I shouldn't give any tips. Is your cat awake? Well, right now I'm house sitting, so my cats are back at home. The people I'm house sitting for, they only have like a dog, so there's no kitty cats here, unfortunately. I do like cats though. I feel like I used to not like cats, but like now I'm more into cats. You know? Your cat sleeps with open eyes? That's so creepy. Why does your cat sleep with open eyes? You know, it's really crazy that the larger the animal, the less they sleep. I think that that's really weird. Like, I think like giraffes and stuff don't need to sleep like barely, like they barely sleep at all. They sleep like, they take little power naps. Like they take like 5-minute power naps and they just like don't sleep. It's crazy. Same thing with, I think, like horses too. Like horses apparently only need like a couple hours of sleep, which is so crazy to me. Because you'd think that like a larger animal would require more sleep, but they require less sleep. So it's kind of weird. Cats though, cats sleep a lot. I do have pets. I have like a lot of pets. We have a dog, but then we've got like a lot of cats. So we've got like 3 technically, and then we have like kind of like a half cat because it's technically the neighbor's cat, but he's like always over at our house. So we feed him because he's literally pathetic. So yeah. So lots of cats, 1 dog. We usually try to keep it to 1 dog because I feel like dogs should be spoiled with attention. You only need 1 dog. She also doesn't, our dog doesn't like other dogs anyway, so she's not like lonely or anything, I don't think. When your dog gets into the bed at night, he farts first thing. That's gross. Dog farts stink so much too. Like it smells so bad for no reason. Your cat sits on your lap almost every day. Yeah, cats are weird. Like cats are like, it's just so funny when you're trying, they like ignore you. Cats ignore you like 90% of the time. And then like the 10% of the time when you're like trying to do something, the cat like comes and like, if you're trying to do something on your laptop, the cat sits right on the laptop. Or if you're trying to write something, the cat sits right on the paper that you're trying to write on. Yeah, I hate that. It's the only downside to cats, but you know. Are you a Karen? What the heck? Like, do you mean like, I feel like you misspelled that. Maybe I am then. Get your spelling right. Ask me that question again when you learn how to actually spell something. Maybe not a Karen, but I am the spelling police, you know? It is very beautiful having pets. Pets are so nice. I wish they lived forever though. Or like as long as humans did. I think there are some animals that live quite a while. Turtles live for forever. There's some people that have pet turtles. I don't think, because I live in Canada though, so I don't really think you can have, like I don't think that you can have exotic pets here. I think there's a lot of restrictions on like what type of pets you can have. Danglish? What, is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Is anyone planning on watching the eclipse though? The lunar eclipse on, what day is it on? Thursday? Anyone gonna watch the lunar eclipse? I might try and see if I'm up late enough, maybe. Or early enough. Yeah, I think it's like happening technically like late at night. it's interesting. Lunar eclipses don't actually, I don't think they last for that long. They usually last, I think, up to a couple hours. But solar eclipses last even less long. They last like, I think they only last like maximum like 10 minutes or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Pretty crazy. On solar eclipses, you don't want to actually watch them because that's going to damage your eyes. I don't know, the thing that I'm most concerned about this year, though, natural disaster-wise, is definitely earthquakes. I feel like we're going to get more earthquakes. We've been getting a lot of earthquakes here. I'm not sure if I talked about this last time, but yeah. Earthquakes are scary. While I watch the eclipse with you, where are you, Pickles, though? I'm not sure if I'll be awake, though. I think it's happening at like 1 a.m. or something here. It's happening pretty late. But it's just like, I think like with the lunar eclipse, it's just like the moon disappears, so it's not as exciting as like the solar eclipses. But I might watch it. We'll have to see if I like want to watch it or what. But yeah, pretty exciting. We'll see what happens though in terms of like worldwide events with eclipses. There's always something going on. The eclipses, something big happening. So pay attention to world news in the next few days. Something you really want to focus on. I'll be in your backyard waiting for you for the eclipse. Okay, bet. I'm gonna have to get a restraining order against Pickles. I'm gonna have to go to the police station and be like, there is this guy or person. I don't even know. I'm assuming you're a guy because you said you'd take my dad out for a beer. That's a guy thing to say. There's this guy on YouTube named Pickles, and he's harassing me and stalking me. What's an astrology question? An astrology question? What, like me ask an astrology question or you? What's your sign? You could tell me your sign. Sun, moon, and rising. Drop your big three. Drop your big three. Drop your big five. You know? That's what they always say in the, when I go into TikTok live streams, that's what all the TikTok astrologers are saying. Drop your big three, sun, moon, and rising. Like I, for example, am a, what am I? Virgo sun, Gemini moon, Leo rising. That's my big three. Those are considered like, they call it the big three because it's like your most important placements in like a chart reading. But yeah. Oh, you're a Gemini? Oh, I love that. Are you excited to be getting your new prime minister, Mark Carney? Yeah, I think he's better than Trudeau. But I don't know. I kind of feel like, I don't know. I feel like the world's kind of screwed no matter what happens. So I don't really believe in capitalism either. So I think capitalism is actually the problem when it comes to like fixing like economic issues. But yeah, I think Mark Carney's better than Justin Trudeau. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel like I've lost faith in voting and stuff. I don't think it's really gonna fix much, you know, even though people say it does. But it's not to say I don't vote, I do vote, but it's just like, I don't know, people like the whole rhetoric of like, oh, voting's gonna like change the world and it's gonna make the world a better place. And it's like, I don't know. We've been slowly deteriorating for the past like however long. If it worked that well, we wouldn't be here, you know? I don't know. That's just what I think, but yeah. I love Geminis though. I love how I just went on a political rant instead of talking about astrology again. I've got an Aquarius South Node, okay, so that's why. But yeah, Geminis. Love Geminis. I feel like Geminis, I've talked about this a lot. Geminis get a lot of hate all the time. People really hate on Geminis for like, I don't know, whatever reason. Because a lot of people, I guess, have been personally victimized by a Gemini, and then they like, I don't know, they like kind of just like generalize that to like everyone else. I think that's like a very human tendency though, to like generalize things to like other people, you know? Like I think we're always just doing that all the time. I'm gonna have to learn German, you guys. Like, this is crazy. Maybe you'll become the 51st state, then you'll be American. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? That would be crazy. It's okay. Donald Trump's got his Pluto opposition coming up soon, so that man's not gonna last long, let me tell you. We want to teach you German, but you not listen. I have blocked you? You blocked me. Okay, well, teach me something in German then. I'm a Scorpio, so I hate everybody. Oh, yeah. I told you I like Scorpios, though. Scorpios do hate everyone. Classic Scorpio things is hating everyone. Scorpios are the most, I think that personally, those Scorpios are like the most powerful of the zodiac, because Scorpio is all about because Scorpio is kind of all about like transforming things, transmutation, right? Like creating something beautiful from something that's like really horrific, you know? So I do really admire Scorpio placements. And I have my Mars in Scorpio too at the 29th degree. So yeah, I'm pretty crazy too. I actually really like the way that turned out. But now I have to try and do my eyeliner without messing up. Do you hate us? I wonder if I have my like purple one or if I just got the blue. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, I do have it. You stayed for use in Idaho. It was nice. You liked Idaho? Yeah, Idaho seems, I don't know. I actually have no good idea, guys. I've never been to Idaho. Is it hot in Idaho? feel like the only place in the States I've been to is like Washington, but oh, micron. Huh. I don't know, I kind of feel like I should go with this one. I wonder if I have my, oh, I do. My sharpener. My sharpener. I feel like that sounds kind of nice. I love ASMR. It's one of my favorite things to listen to go to sleep. I have to focus to do my eyeliner, else I'm gonna like mess it up, you know? And you don't want to mess up your eyeliner because it takes forever to like redo it. It's literally the most frustrating part of any makeup routine is eyeliner. I swear to God. Then I have to worry about stabbing my eye out. What if there's like an earthquake right now and I just like stabbed out my eye? I'd always freak my mom out because when I was in high school, like my mom would drive me to school and I'd always like be doing my like eyeliner in the car and she'd be like, "You're literally gonna stab your eye out." And I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right. I am probably gonna stab my eye out, but whatever." Beauty is pain or whatever the frick they say. But yeah. Hello. Esmeralda. Esmeralda, that sounds so mysterious. I love that. Hopefully I'm saying it right though. Okay, I feel like that's done. Oh girl, what? My girlfriend beats me. Well then leave her. Like, I don't know. Or call the cops. Do you fight back? Fight back. Pickles, I feel like you're saying stuff to try and get me banned on this thing. I need to stop reading off your comments and just like not. Like, okay, that's, yeah. Okay, I feel like that's probably close to as good as it's gonna get, you know? Catastrophe. We might have catastrophes soon. With Neptune moving into Aries. I think that's happening. Ooh, that's happening at the end of this month, I think. Neptune and Aries, you guys. That's going to be crazy. I was actually just watching this video on TikTok of this guy, and he talked about how he was like a history buff, right? Like, so he studies like a lot of history. And he was talking about how he actually like believes in astrology, which I don't know. I always think it's funny when people are like, they believe in something or believe in astrology, because I don't know, like, I feel like I've been on this rant before about like relativism and like the fact that like nothing actually is real. But anyways, he was talking about just like the like kind of like all the historical events, like especially like recent historical events that you can look at in like the past couple of decades, and you can look at the ingress, especially of Pluto. Oh, they say my look good. My look's good. Okay, thank you. That's very sweet. But yeah, the ingress of Pluto into like the different signs, and they were talking about like Pluto in like Sagittarius and Pluto moving into Capricorn, and how Pluto in Capricorn was the rise of like, we saw these huge like corporations getting an insane amount of like wealth and power. And that's kind of what Capricorn is all about. It's about like corporations, it's about structure. Yeah, and we saw too with this, interestingly, with the US election, I think that's what won Donald Trump the election, was actually Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn, because Pluto was retrograde back at 29 degrees of Capricorn, that anaretic degree of Capricorn. And I really think that that was kind of like the determining factor in, like, astrologically speaking, what won Donald Trump the election, which is very interesting. But now Pluto's in Aquarius, and Pluto in Aquarius is a little bit different than Pluto in Capricorn, so. But yeah. You'd be better learning astronomy. Well, I mean, you can learn astronomy, yeah. I mean, astronomy isn't really like a predictive thing, though. Like, astronomy is just pure observation. There's nothing like artistic in the interpretation of like astronomy. You know what I'm saying? Like, astrology is like an art. It's like an art of like, it's kind of like pattern recognition. That's how I'd describe astrology. But astrology is fundamentally a timekeeping system. I think that people that don't understand astrology don't understand that it's about time and the relationship humans have with time, and how we've developed these kind of subjective ways of interpreting time. That's fundamentally what astrology is about, I think. I'm good. I like the little hand wave, the little pink hand wave. That's really cute. But yeah, astronomy is just like just like observing the cosmos. You're not necessarily correlating that to everyday events on Earth, right? There's not as much of that. And astronomy is also just like, you know, discovering like new things out in space. But the distinction between astronomy and astrology is a relatively modern distinction. That hasn't been a distinction that's been around for like a long time. Like, that's kind of the separation between astrology and astronomy is like a feature of like modern human civilization, not necessarily past human civilizations. But yeah. Where do I come from? I'm from Canada. Or are you talking about like my heritage, like my ethnicity? Because sometimes people ask me that too, but I'm from Canada, born in Canada. Ugh. We guess. We guess about what? What are we guessing about? Astrology? I mean, it kind of is guessing. It's like a lot of it's speculative. I look Inuit. I think Inuit is the correct terminology. Imagine live streaming with a cell phone from the 80s. What? This is literally a new phone. It's probably just that, like, you're probably used to, like, seeing. You're probably just used to seeing people with, like, professional streaming setups. I'm not that fancy. I'm kind of lazy, so I just use my phone. Canada is definitely great, is it? You come from Germany? Yeah, there's a lot of Germans in my chat right now. There's like people talking in German, but I don't know what they're saying. They're trash talking me. No, I don't think so, but yeah. Your phone's good. Yeah, people are just hating. People are just being haters, you know? That's fine. I am also a certified hater, you know? Although I feel like I'm becoming less of a hater. Like, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm like, this is boring. I actually don't want to be a part of this this hate train. I'm like too old for this. I don't know. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Like, the older you get, the more you like don't want to be involved in anything dramatic. You're like, leave me out of this, you know? I feel like this guy is saying Germany's the best. That's what he's saying. He's like, I love Germany. It's the best place in the world. That's what he's saying, if I had to guess. That's why people, yeah, well, that's why people watch makeup tutorials, because it's relaxing. I think that's why people do it, you know? But I'm glad that it's relaxing. And you also get to see how people do makeup differently, which is kind of fun too. You can pick up little tips and tricks from the way different people do their makeup. I feel like my skin is like behaving really well for some reason. Don't know what's up with that. It's usually not behaving as well. I think the first time I watched one of your streams, I said, you look like my lesbian neighbor. Is that like a compliment though? Hey, lesbians are in, you guys, you know, Chapel Roan and all that. You're seizing the comment section as a German. Okay, you do that. Colonizing my comment section. Okay. In this, what? By the way, in the cellar, I was riding a scooter with my cat. And I tried outside, but he was afraid. You were riding on your scooter with a cat. I don't know if that's safe for you to do with your cat. I wouldn't ride on my scooter with a cat, but you know, all the power to you. If your cat likes it, then they like it, I guess. It's a wild cat. Yes, you too. Stay healthy. Yeah, I'm surprised some people like stay for like the whole time. I don't do that. I can't watch lives for that long or I get so bored. I also re-dyed my roots recently, my hair, because it was getting a little too, like the roots were just growing out. But I kind of want to go back to my natural hair color. I think I mentioned that though, like a couple of streams back, live streams back. But it's so boring. It's so much. What the hell? Guys, maybe like refrain from the Hitler salutes in my comments. That's kind of weird. How is riding a scooter in Canada? Does it, I mean, I don't think, does it change what a scooter is like? Like which country you're in? Does that change the experience of riding a scooter? I don't think so. I had scooters when I was a kid, but I haven't ridden a scooter in so long. But I'm not sure if you're talking about like just like a regular scooter, like an electric scooter, or what type of scooter you're talking about. But I feel like riding a scooter is the same cross-culturally, isn't it? Like it's just a scooter. I wonder who invented that. Like I wonder who's like, you know what would be a good idea? Let me just like put like a weird like handlebar on this skateboard and scoot around. Humans come up with the craziest things. You know, scooter, almost as revolutionary as the invention of the wheel. Electric scooters? I've never actually, I don't think I've ridden an electric scooter. But my mom has an electric bike. So no electric scooters, but my mom has an electric bike. Do I want to ride on a scooter with you? I don't think you can ride on a scooter with two people. Scooters are like I thought scooters were a one-person thing. Do they have like two-person scooters? Do they have two-person scooters? Like I know they have like tandem bikes that are two-person, but I kind of didn't think that scooters were. Oh yeah, has anyone watched the Oscars? Did anyone see the Oscars? Like who won the Oscars? I wasn't really like I paid attention to the winners, but I wasn't really like watching it. I feel like it's too boring to watch those awards shows, but I tried watching like that Nora, that one, but I don't know, I got like half an hour into it and I was kind of bored. I did see Wicked too. Wicked was good, but I felt like the first half of Wicked was kind of slow, but then it kind of like sped up more near the end. And it got pretty fast paced near the end and good near the end, but like the first part was pretty slow. Yeah. My sister though really likes movies. She kind of like takes me out to the movies a lot. Gets me and my mom to go to the movies with her. You saw 3 people riding on one electric scooter. That's crazy. That's definitely a safety hazard though. Corvette guy, You're cute. Thank you. Corvettes. Do you like Corvettes? Is that the thing? You're into Corvettes. My dad really likes cars. Do people even watch the Oscars? Yeah, I feel like some people do. I feel like people sometimes watch the Oscars. But they probably, I think most people watch like some of it and then kind of just Google who won. But I feel like it's still a thing. Like people still watch. Some people. Maybe it's more of an older person thing though. Just setting my under eyes with this pink setting powder. Ooh. Okay, what do I want to do next? Maybe go here. I wonder if I have the right. Ooh. I don't think I have a contour brush though, but whatever. Message is held for review. Oh my god, you guys, what are you commenting? Be nice in the comments. I swear to God. I'm gonna hex you if you're not. My ex-wife used to have an Oscar watch party at her house. It was awful. That's so funny. This time I'm leaving you a subscription. Oh, well, thank you. Pickles, I didn't know you were married, Pickles. That's crazy, Pickles. What? Okay, well, if it's red, you should probably go to the doctors and get that checked out. That sounds like eczema, bro. That's definitely a medical condition. You really need to get on that. Or maybe you have an STD, you know? Either way, go to the doctor. Bye-bye. Gosh, you guys, I'm gonna report you all to the police. You're lucky this isn't real life right now. Girl, what? I'm actually gonna get rid of these. Because what the fuck is that? Boundaries, guys, boundaries. I swear to God. Really hope you guys don't have daughters, I swear to God. You might actually get hexed for that, just saying. Yeah, bye-bye. Okay. Well, I guess you all are just feeding my egregore, so that's fine. Ah. What kind of hex are you gonna put on me? What type of hex do you think? What do you think a hex is for? I already told you though, I'm working on creating an egregore, so it doesn't matter anyways. Gotta get an egregore. That's what lots of public figures have, is they have egregores. Not much you can do when someone's got one of those. Also, why would I tell you what type of hex I'm gonna put on you? Probably won't even waste my time, but you don't tell what type of hex you're gonna put on someone or what you're gonna do, because then they could reverse it. But yeah, I do love a good hex. Love some baneful magic. I'm not one of those Wiccans, you know, the whole, like, what is it? Threefold law, the threefold law. It's like, it's similar to the idea of karma. It's like, whatever you put out into the world will come back to you threefold. So if you put out like joy and kindness, you'll receive that threefold. But if you put out like bad vibes, you're going to suffer 3 times as much as the bad vibes you put out. But I don't really believe in that, so you know. Most witches, I don't think most traditional witches believe in that nowadays anyways, so yeah. Most tradcraft people. A new broom? What, like for cleaning or like a witch's broom? If it's a cleaning broom, I literally feel like you could go to any store and pick up just like any broom. And it doesn't really matter. But if you're wanting like a witch's broom, honestly, I'm like an arts and crafts person. So if you're wanting to make like a broomstick, like a witch's broomstick, you could actually just make it yourself. Just like go outside and like find like some tree branches in a park or something and tie it all together, you know. It's more work though, but they cost a pretty penny for sure. Witches broomsticks do. Like the Etsy witches will charge you a lot of money for those. A broom for riding around while the lunar... Yeah, just make one. Honestly, just make one. You can get mini ones though. A broom for riding around while the lunar eclipse is happening. That's actually interesting. An interesting myth. There was this old tale about witches and how they would ride around and fly. They'd be able to fly at the full moon. And this kind of tale about this happening was about these witches flying around. I'm not sure if I told this story already, but it was actually based on the fact that they were making like this flying ointment. That's what it's called, flying ointment. Yeah. But it was essentially like this ritual drug that they would ingest, and it would induce sensations of flight. And so that's kind of how the myth spread about witches being able to fly. But yeah. Although I'm sure there are some witches that can actually fly, you know. An astrologer is someone who, it kind of depends. It's kind of a broad term. I don't have a witch's broom because I feel like the only really thing that you'd use a broomstick for would be to like, you use it to like cleanse the space, to cleanse the energy, but there's other ways of doing that. So I don't know. I've definitely looked into getting a broomstick. I might like build one though, make one myself. Yeah. But an astrologer is just someone, it kind of depends on what like astrology you're doing. Astrology is basically the correlation, the study of like seeing how the movement of the planets correlates to events on Earth. So in the most traditional context, in the most wide-ranging context, astrology is mundane. So you're actually kind of looking at the study of like political events, of like historical events and all of those things, and you're looking at sort of the planetary alignments that were happening during those historical events. And you can kind of find patterns. That's kind of what astrology is. It's all about time. It's about patterns of time. It's about cycles of time and how cycles of time repeat themselves. And that's how we end up caught in the same patterns. But you can look at that on an individual level, right? Like you can look at a person's birth chart. That's essentially what a birth chart is a birth chart is looking at the cycles in which a person was born into, right? Like situating the individual within the collective cycle, within a wider cycle. And that's kind of how you ideally are kind of like looking at a birth chart. You always have to be thinking about cycles of time, at least in my opinion. But that's essentially what I'd say astrology is for me. But yeah, there's lots of different types of astrology and astrologers. Oh wait, I didn't do my eyebrows. Make some brooms together. Pickles, where even are you though? I thought you were American. Ooh. You live in Chicago. Ooh, Chicago. I've heard you guys have good pizza. Is that a stereotype? Is that a Chicago stereotype? Like the Chicago deep dish pizza? I feel like that's what... my makeup, I don't know, my makeup takes usually around an hour. If I'm doing like something like this, like on a live stream, then it usually takes a little bit longer to do everything because I'm like talking to like people and stuff and like responding to comments, you know. But that's usually how long it takes. I'd say about an hour if I'm taking my time and I'm not rushing. Otherwise, it takes me a little while longer. Or a little while less if I'm rushing. What am I saying? Less if I'm rushing. Like I could do it in half an hour, but I don't really want to rush. I like to take my time with stuff. Oh no, I can hear the sirens. That's not good. The pizza here is awesome. Yeah. I bet. I wish we had pizza like that here. Oh, what else in Chicago? The Chicago bean. There's the bean. The giant metal bean in Chicago. I'm trying to pull out, I'm just pulling out all my Chicago stereotypes. What can I think? What about sports teams? The Chicago Blackhawks, right? I don't know if you're into hockey though. I feel like everyone in Canada knows stuff about hockey. Every Canadian knows something about hockey. It's like everywhere here. It's like infected our brains. Canadians can't just not stop thinking about hockey. It's like a virus. hockey, maple syrup, and poutine. That's what we got going on up here. I think going to the Chicago Bean would be fun though. I seem to know a lot about Chicago. Not really. I feel like it's just basic like geography, you know? I wonder if my eyebrows are like... No, I have not played hockey. I've done curling though. There are like a lot of people that do hockey here though, but I never played hockey. My brother played hockey. So, yeah. I still feel like it's not quite. Not quite what I want it to be. But no, I never played hockey. You have plenty of crime here in Chicago. Ooh. What type of crime though? Do you mean street crime or corporate crime or? I feel like everywhere's got a lot of crime right now. That's what happens when there's giant wealth inequalities. People are gonna do crime and stuff. Curling looks like a lot of fun. Curling, I don't know. Curling is just kind of boring. It's like, oh, let's use this giant rock to hit another giant rock and see if I can knock this giant rock out of the way. It was pretty boring. But yeah, we did it for like PE class. We did it. But no, I feel like curling isn't that fun. But it looks more fun than it is, I think. That's the thing with curling. But yeah. Really? That's crazy. Well, here in Canada, we can't actually bear arms or whatever. Canada, you have to have like you have to like go through training and stuff to get like a firearm. What? That's weird that it hit that, but whatever. Baby girl's kind of weird though. I feel like baby girl's just like reserved for like men that look like Pedro Pascal, you know? Like he's so baby girl, you know? That's reserved for the guys. Okay, that's probably good. That's the makeup look. I don't have my, what do you call it? I don't have my light on today. But yeah, there's daylight, so that's what it looks like. I feel like it looks better in this lighting. I think the eyes are actually came out really pretty. I'm from Germany. I only know baby girl. So many Germans in the chat today. Kind of crazy. Anyways, I think that's really pretty. I'm gonna go though, so bye. Thank you for watching though. I appreciate it.